So I get back to Dallas and I see a whole bunch of Cowboys fans got their panties in a bunch about a comment that Demarcus Lawrence made after the Super Bowl in the locker room. Now, as someone who was there for a lot of his interviews during the week, let me just say this. Cowboys fans, you really need to shut up. You really need to get out your feelings. You need to direct that energy and that anger towards the front office of your team, not Demarcus Lawrence. Not Demarcus Lawrence. You need to focus your energy and your anger towards the Jones family, because nothing Demarcus Lawrence said was wrong. Neither was it a lie. But we're going to talk about it right here on the Dallas Cowboys Update. Let's get right into it. It's
very simple. Dak was indispensable in my mind. And so, yes. And it is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole. Did I talk to Michael?
Micah.
Did I talk to Michael?
Micah.
What's good, people? What's good? Welcome to another episode of the Dallas Cowboys Update, brought to you by DopeContent.com.
Yeah!
We are here. We are back in Dallas, man, from a long trip in California. That trip wore me out, I ain't gonna lie. But we're here to talk about Demarcus Lawrence and his comments about the Cowboys, that everybody took a headline, or everybody took what he said and made it a headline when it really shouldn't have been. It's really not a headline at all. And you got to understand where this man is coming from. And I'm here to help you, try to help you understand where he's coming from and why he said what he said when he said it, right? So, you know, after the Super Bowl, they're celebrating. We get to the locker room. By the time we get to Demarcus Lawrence for this interview that you see that went viral, he had already talked to maybe 8-10 reporters before we even got over there. I'm not saying that they asked him about the Cowboys, I don't know, but I just, based off the week, I can assume that one of them asked him about the Cowboys. At least two of them asked him about the Cowboys. So by the time we get over there, he's in the vibe that he's in. He's in the mood that he's in, and he said what he said. And then the fact that he took the high road yet again, and then Josina doubled down on the question to get that, to get that headline thing, which apparently she got, but I don't think Tank meant it to be a headline thing. But let's watch the video, and then I'll let you guys make up your mind first, and then I'm gonna try to help you see where I'm coming from and where Tank is coming from. So let's watch the actual video, and then we'll see, we'll go from there.
So what would you say to the people back in Dallas? Obviously, we were right in front of you at opening night. Your Dallas media came for you because they said, you could not win a championship in Dallas. Do you feel like that is the same, forever the same right now? And obviously talk about the choice that you made to your Cowboys fans back in Texas.
I mean, y'all have to understand that this moment is about me and me alone. I appreciate all my fans that supported me through it all. But at the end of the day, players win championships, not logos. So don't never get it twisted. We're here for a reason. We earned this. And, shout out to all my guys in this locker room, man. I wouldn't be here without them.
Wow, so he took the high road yet again. Look, at the end of the day, this moment of us celebrating in the locker room is about me, and it's about my current teammates. And understand that players win championships, not logos. So it doesn't matter, if you got the biggest logo in the game and the star is more famous than everybody else. It don't matter about your logo. The players win the championships, not the logos. He took the high road. But again, Josina doubled down on this question when you probably at this point should have went on to another question. Or you could have said something like, hey, what you said, what was it about Seattle that made you feel like you could win here immediately? That's more of a, better way to ask the next question, in my opinion. But what do I know? I don't know nothing, right? I felt like you ask me like that, you get a better answer, and he gets to talk about his current team and highlight them versus what's about to happen right here. So let's keep it going.
But why did you say Dallas couldn't win it? What are you trying to say?
Why did you say Dallas couldn't win it? What are you trying to say? She know what she's doing here. She know what she's doing here because she's not the only one that did it this week. But come on, man. Like I said, it's a better way to ask the follow-up question, but you know what you're doing when you ask that type of question. So let's get right into it.
Couldn't win it. What are you trying to say?
Yeah, that's not a question for me to answer right now. I'm just focused on celebrating with my guys, enjoying this moment and leaving the past where it's at. At the end of the day, I'm a Super Bowl champion now. I don't have to, even worry about situations like that no more.
I don't have to talk about it no more. I'm a Super Bowl champion.
Situation is below me,
That whole situation about the comment I made is below me now. He's not saying the Cowboys is below him. He's saying that situation about the viral comment of I left because I knew I wasn't going to win a Super Bowl is below me now because I'm right. Here I am celebrating the Super Bowl, and you stay there asking me about the Cowboys.
Worry about situations like that no more. That situation is below me. I'm a champion. What are we talking about, really?
Exactly. What are we talking about? Why are you asking me about the Cowboys? And I'm celebrating Seattle, especially when I've been asked this same question the whole week. From day one, his very first question on Monday when he sat down was about the Cowboys. You don't believe me? Let's watch. I'm the man behind the camera on every single video that you're about to see, by the way. So I was there. Let's watch his very first question when he sat down. Let me pull that up real quick. Here we go. This one, the audio is kind of funny at first because we were still like getting the mics and stuff together, but you will still be able to hear it.
I wasn't in Vegas.
Down the street. Hey, gotta ask you the big question. All your fans in Dallas, you did make a comment that you weren't going to win a championship, and now you're here. How you gonna double down on that now? Ain't nothing to say. I did what I was supposed to do. Shout out to my teammates. Carrying me all this way, and we here.
Very first question of the whole entire week was about the Dallas Cowboys. As soon as he sat down, to the point, let me tell you something funny. We were joking about who was going to get that question in first. Like, it became a fun competition about who's going to ask him about the Cowboys first. And at this moment is Clarence Hill, Jay Tuck, myself, Josina Anderson, all standing right next to each other. Then the guy on the far right asked the question. And again, he took the high road. He says, nothing for me to say. Shout out to my teammates for carrying me here. And we're here. Took the high road. But it didn't stop there. Let's get to the next clip from the same interview, from the same presser of them asking him about the Cowboys again. And then doubling down after he tried to take the high road yet again.
And real talk, people talk about the viral moment and the statement you made, but can you expound on that? You weren't really trying to take a shot at the Cowboys. You were just kind of being real about the situation. Just expound on your thoughts on that.
Yeah, like you said, just being real about the situation, understanding that, football is not for long for any player, and, understanding my window of opportunity is closing. I don't have long to play this game, and, I have to win now, and just understood what Seattle was building up here and just wanted to be a part of it.
Bow, he took the high road again. You know what? I've been in the game for a minute. I know my window is closing, so I went somewhere where I felt like I can win now. Again, that's another opportunity for you to say, okay, so what was it about Seattle that you saw that made you feel like you can win immediately there in Seattle? That right there would give him a chance to hype up his team and tell us what he saw in Seattle. And while he's doing that, he's also going to be telling you what's different in Seattle versus Dallas. You're getting all that in one question. But that's not what they did. They followed up and tried to get another headline out of this man. So let's go and watch it.
Up here and just wanted to be a part of it.
Why couldn't you win in Dallas? Why couldn't they win in Dallas?
That's something for them to find out. It ain't something for me to,
But you said I'm not winning there.
You see what I'm saying? And he goes, you're not winning there. And he left it open so Tank can say something and give him a headline. Come on, bruh. They know what they were doing, and he took the high road.
Win in Dallas. Why couldn't they win in Dallas?
That's something for them to find out. You know, they ain't something for me to, you know.
But you said I'm not winning there.
Did Des Bryant send you the Rolex yet?
Yeah, because I'm winning here.
Right.
I'm winning here.
You can't win in two places.
Took the high road. Took the high road yet again. Again, this was his very first presser. And they was trying to get the headlines out of him. They was trying to get the messy, you know, oh yeah, because Dallas did. They were trying to get him to say something. And again, let's get back to after the Super Bowl where it was doubled down after you took the high road there. Let's watch it one more time.
So what would you say to the people back in Dallas? Obviously, we were right in front of you at opening night. Your Dallas media came for you because they said, you know, you could not win a championship in Dallas. Do you feel like that is the same, you know, forever the same right now? And obviously talk about the choice that you made to your Cowboys fans back, you know, back in Texas.
I mean, y'all have to understand that this moment is about me and me alone. You know, I appreciate all my fans that supported me through it all. But at the end of the day, players win championships, not team. I mean, not, you know, logos. So
move on to next
don't never get it twisted. You know, we're here for a reason. We earned this, and you know, shout out to all my guys in this locker room, man. I wouldn't be here without them.
But why did you say Dallas couldn't win it? What are you trying to say?
Yeah, that's not a question for me to answer right now. You know,
not.
just focus on celebrating with my guys. You know, enjoying this moment and shoot. You know, leaving the past where it's at. You know, at the end of the day, I'm a Super Bowl champion now. I don't have to, you know, even, you know, worry about situations like that no more. That situation is below me.
It is.
You know, I'm a champion. What are we talking about, really? You know?
What are we talking about? Why are we still talking about my ex? Why are we still talking about the Cowboys? Why are you still trying to get me to say something about them when I've already said what I had to say? Not only when I first said it, but the whole week when y'all kept asking me the same question. From Monday to Sunday evening, y'all asked me the same question trying to get a headline out of me, trying to get me to say something about my ex team. And I took the high road the whole week. So put it to you like this. Let's say you get married and you try to work it out with your wife. You put 10 years in the game with your wife. It don't work out for whatever reason. So you decide to, you know, y'all decide to split up and y'all got a divorce. You move on to meet another lady and it's working fine. It's working great. You get engaged to this lady, and leading up to the week of your wedding, they're coming to you asking you questions like, well, why did you feel like, you know, you had to leave your ex? You made a comment saying, I left my ex for this reason. So what made you say that? Why are you asking me about my ex on the week of my wedding? Why are you asking about my ex-wife? Huh? Well, I know you said that you feel like this is your current fiance is a better situation for you, and you know it just works out better for you. But why did it not work out with your ex? Like, what was wrong with your ex? What? And then you get to your wedding day. You get married. That's your Super Bowl, right? You get married. So while you celebrating during the wedding ceremony, everybody's coming to you and still asking about your ex. Well, you remember you said, you know, you left and you just needed something better for you. But now that you got it, you know, what was wrong with your ex? Why you couldn't do this with your ex? Why did your ex not make you happy?
Shut up, bitch.
So you tell me what type of mode you would be in if somebody kept asking you about your ex-wife during your wedding and the week of your wedding. Tell me what type of mode you would be in. You probably wouldn't be as nice and take the high road as many times Tank did. So again, when he said that situation is below me, he's not talking about the Cowboys. He's not saying the Cowboys is below him. He's saying that whole situation of why I felt like I couldn't win there and my comment of me saying that I knew I wasn't going to win that, that's below him now, because it is. You know why? Because he's in the locker room trying to celebrate a Super Bowl with his current team and coaches. So stop asking me about my former team and my coaches.
Bruh.
I left. I said what I said. I was proven right. Stop asking me about my ex.
Bruh.
So Cowboys fans, that's all in your feelings. Man, shut that noise up. He ain't do nothing wrong. And if you've been on this platform and if you've seen my stuff, my work, you would know I was happy with Tank being gone. Now, at the time, granted, I thought like an idiot that I just assumed that Micah Parsons was going to be here for the rest of his career. So, stupid me, right? Just assuming that Micah was going to be here at the time where I said publicly, Tank could go. He's been there 10 years. We didn't win. Time to let that man go. And then when he made his comments, I was like, okay, whatever. I remember you saying you was tired when y'all lost to the 49ers. You got on ESPN and said y'all was tired. Like the rest of the league didn't play the same amount of games y'all did. So for multiple reasons, I wanted Tank gone. So I felt no ways about it. And then I even said during the NFC Championship game, my prediction, I said, yo, I want the Rams to win because the Cowboy fan in me don't want to see Tank in the Super Bowl. I said that. But leading up to the Super Bowl, when I met him on Monday and then talked to him in the locker room, like Tank is a cool dude. And I got a better understanding of what he was saying. And he was right. And I had to shake his hand like a man after this interview and told him, I said, yo, as a diehard Cowboys fan, I didn't want you to make it here, bro. I'm going to be honest. But you know what? You was right, bro. Congratulations. And he was like, yo, much love, bro. I really appreciate that. And that was it. That was it. Then I did a quick video, which I ain't posted yet, of him drinking champagne. And I was like, he was right. He was right. I ain't posted it yet. I don't know if I'm going to post it. But I got a video, so I can, What else do you want him to say about the Cowboys? You were trying to get a headline. And it wasn't just Clarence and it wasn't just Josina. It was other people trying to get a headline. That's all it was. They doing their job trying to get headlines. I don't blame them, but that's what it was. So what else do you want the man to say? Stop asking him about his ex when his new wife is all right here, shined up and is ready to go. I don't know. That's probably the wrong way to say that. But his new wife is here. Stop asking about his ex on his wedding day. That's basically what you're doing. You asking him about his ex on his wedding day. So if y'all got a problem with that Cowboys fans, oh well, man, get over it. That's something that you need to point towards the Jerry Jones family, the Jones family. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with Tank. Tank took the high road the whole week. And even in with that comment saying that situation is below me, he was still taking the high road. He wasn't saying the Cowboys was below him. He was saying that situation of me talking about him and why I felt like I couldn't win is below me. Why you asking me why? It don't matter no more. So it is what it is, man. But appreciate y'all watching, man. If you got a problem with it, oh well. Let me know how you feel in the comment section. I'll try my best to, get you out your anger. I understand you see a former player go win a Super Bowl the first year, you feel some type of way because the Cowboys ain't been there, right? You got a team like Seattle and New England who both went to had dominant teams, broke those teams down, and managed to rebuild and get back to the Super Bowl all before the Cowboys even made an NFC Championship game. So I can understand your frustration. You don't want to see a former Cowboy do that. Seattle wasn't picked. They wasn't favored to go to no Super Bowl at the beginning of the year when Tank made that comment. Nobody had him. That's why everybody laughed at him. Sam Darnold was your quarterback. Seattle ain't gonna do nothing. That's what everybody was saying. And he shut y'all up. So get over it, Cowboys fans. Until your front office eliminates this circus that comes with being a Dallas Cowboy, I've been saying it and I'm going to say it again. Until that happens, don't expect to win no championship. I'm already seeing people talk about Super Bowl for next year. Stop. At least see what they do in free agency and the draft. People are all excited about them tagging George Pickens. Stop. They need to go ahead and sign him. But I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole. I just want to talk to you about Tank. It is what it is. Appreciate y'all watching. I need to remember to change this intro because they still got Trayvon Diggs in here. But we will change it. So next time I do a Cowboys video, we got to say bye to Trayvon Diggs. And then next time we do a Mavericks video, I got to say goodbye to Anthony Davis. So, yeah, which I probably got a Mavericks video coming sometime soon too. But until next time, man, appreciate y'all. Yeah. And, yeah, thank y'all for y'all support, man. Until next time, we out.
It's very simple. Dak was indispensable in my mind. And so, yes. And it is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole. Bruh. Did I talk to Michael?
Micah.
Did I talk to Michael?
Micah.